This is a small trick that you may or may not know about how to support cavalry fights. There are instances where it's advisable to do this, and there are instances where it's inadvisable to do this. So, what's going to happen in this scenario is that I have one unit of Massilian cavalry. I'm going to go over there and fight the enemy Massilian cavalry. Just fast forward, so there's no unnecessary... it doesn't take longer than it has to. Okay, so I'll just pause it here. Now, this is a situation that happens quite a lot. You have two cavalry units fighting it out, they are evenly matched, and you want to win the cavalry engagement decisively in your favor. If I have fire at will turned on and rush in here, my men are going to be throwing javelins into the blob. I'm going to be hitting friend and foe alike. I'm going to do a lot of hit point damage to my cavalry, and it's not going to be as effective of an engagement as it can be if I simply turn off fire at will, charge in my spear units. My spear levy is going to absolutely destroy the Massilian cavalry, and I'm not even going to lose any spear levy. So, and that's usually how it goes when cavalry engagements are well underway and a spear unit rushes in to take care of the enemy cavalry. Then it usually ends with the spear unit taking very few, if any, casualties. And what this has allowed me to do is it has allowed me to conserve the ammunition on my levy freemen. It has allowed me to not do damage to my own cavalry unit. So my cavalry has more hit points, my levy freeman has more javelins available for the late game. So this is a win-win situation. Now, in some situations, it might actually be advisable to have fire at will on and to use it as a tactic. Let's say that your enemy's royal cataphract general just charged into your citizen cavalry and you have 3 spear units nearby. Of course you're going to be shooting the shit out of the citizen cavalry to kill the enemy royal cataphract. But in situations where things are a bit more even, you might have fragile shock cavalry units. In there, your unit is a shock cavalry unit, the enemy's unit is a melee cavalry unit or something. That would mean that you would potentially do a lot of damage to your own units. Then you can simply turn fire at will off and then charge in. Now, I thought this was common knowledge, but after having talked to a few people about it, a few people asked me how this works. If turning fire at will off means that you don't throw javelins, because let's say you're charging Roman infantry into an engagement where you also have an elephant. If you throw your javelins, then that is going to be disastrous. So turn off fire at will when you charge into engagements where you have your own elephants or where there is a significant chance of you doing equal damage to yourself as you do to the enemy. So that's it. You will either scratch your head and think, what is Maximus on about? I already knew this. Or you will go, I didn't think of that. That's probably a good idea. I'll try that. Because I've seen a lot of people do this to their own cavalry. I've done it myself. I've seen people make their own elephants run amok by charging in melee infantry. So give it a go. Strength and honor.